Just turn it a little bit towards you. Right there.
Just a little bit more so we can see Mikkel on there.
Well, I'm fine because I was going to move my chair. But it's fine.
Yeah, it's alright. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel, and we have a special guest on the Scorpion Show with us today. And we're going to let him talk, so don't ask us, why we're not letting him talk. His name is Todrick Hall. And
they should have. Come on, they don't know who he is.
Yeah, they know who he is. Especially if you've seen the video on YouTube this summer with him and a bunch of dancers had a flash mob in Target. This is this guy right here.
How y'all doing?
Thank you for coming on our show today.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm a little bit nervous, y'all, because I watch their videos all the time, and I met him on Twitter, and I was like, can I please be in the show?
That's because I found you.
Yeah, but I didn't know that you found me until after, and so then I met you today. He's so nice and putting off his crazy busy schedule to be here with me, so thank you.
But Todrick and I, we go way back because we actually slept together. Not that type of slept together. When we were in New York City. We got stranded in New York City last August, and so
at the Roseland Beyonce.
Yeah, it was right after Beyonce's concert, and we got stranded in New York, and so he had a friend who lived in New York who does Broadway shows, and so
and I lent you an air mattress.
And it was the. So anyway,
air mattress. It's not wrong with air mattress.
No, it wasn't anything wrong with it. I was stuck, so of course that was the best thing on earth.
Yeah. That was a crazy night.
So what's been going on with you, Todrick?
Nothing. I was doing a bunch of Broadway musicals and stuff, and then I did American Idol, and then I decided to start making YouTube videos, and then the whole Beyonce thing happened, and so now I just have a whole bunch of followers on YouTube, and I keep trying to make stuff and be as cool as y'all, basically.
Okay. So what was it like being on American Idol? Because I've always wanted to go on there. To sing. I can't sing, but I've always wanted to. You can't tell me I can't sing, but I've always wanted to go on there. Like, what is the process like? Because you made it to the top 16.
Yeah, it's really cool. You go and there's a huge audition, and in my audition there was maybe 150,000 people there, and you 150,000 people audition total. Let me stop lying. There's maybe 20 to 50,000 people there, and you go and you just audition at these tables, and then they'll say yes or no, and they put you through. Then you go to like 3 more auditions. A lot of people think you get to see Simon and Paula at the beginning. So after 3 auditions, then you get to meet them, and then if you make it through that, the best 250 people go to Hollywood. And then if you make it through that, they'll choose 12 boys and 12 girls, and then they'll fly you back out, and then you start singing on TV live for both. It's crazy.
Now, when you were on American Idol, I saw your audition. Mm-hmm. You actually made up a song before you got there.
Yeah. The crazy thing is that I had always been a dancer. I danced in The Color Purple with Fantasia and stuff, and she was like, she heard me sing one day, and she was like, you should audition for American Idol. And I didn't look at myself as a singer, so I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. So I wrote that song to be kind of like a gimmick, because I was like, I felt like I needed a gimmick to get through the doors. But even though I didn't win, the purpose of me going there was to make the world like reintroduce myself as a singer as opposed to a dancer.
When you were going through the audition process before you met Simon and Paula and Randy, did you see some people that were out in the open area with the auditions that you were just like, I can't believe they're letting them through?
Oh yeah, you see a lot of people like that. And I always, when I was watching the show, would be thinking like, there's no way this is real. There's no way these people really think that they can sing, but they do, and they'll come up and sing for you. And I was like, this is so crazy. And the worst part is that their parents and family members are there supporting them and have the nerve to get mad when they don't make it on the show.
But they family members should tell them that they sound terrible.
I honestly don't think they think it's bad.
I know, but American Idol went for like 10 years, and I'm like, you've seen who won these shows. And the producers, I blame the producers too, because they're hyping them up like they would sound good. Then that's why they cry and complain and everything. I would do it just to audition, just to try to get on TV.
No, he's going to do it to boost ratings up for the Scorpion Show.
Yeah, I could go up there and sing a little something. Well, on a good day. Only on a good day.
You know what would be good? If you went dressed as Mr. Brown. That would be good. Oh my God. You would go.
Yeah, I would be on
Oh
TV.
my God. That would be hilarious. It would be hilarious.
I dressed as Mr. Brown as Halloween one time.
But you're too nervous. You'll be nervous doing that.
Would you be too nervous to sing something?
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm
Oh,
so
geez.
nervous.
Don't
Every day
be
I would be like
nervous.
shaking. I always get nervous. I worry about everything. Every time I'm getting ready to perform, and on the comments that people would write, they'd be like, "He's so cocky. He thinks he's the best." And I just thought that was funny because I was literally the most nervous out of everybody on the show, and everybody would be like, "Todrick, relax and breathe." I was pacing around all through the
audition.
through the no here.
Oh, here.
Before we get on the show.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, "Todrick, calm down." I was like, "Okay, I'm nervous."
Well, I'm normally the nervous one of the Scorpion show. I don't know what it is, but you know, after I have a cocktail or something, I'll be cool. I can't offer you a cocktail because we're not at my house. But
Yes, by the way, we're not.
you know, we're at one of Mikkel's family members' house. So if you're looking like, why is it so different? That's where we are. So we know.
I'm kind of a little bit offended that I wasn't invited to come into.
OMG, let me tell you.
But I explained to him.
Did you
I said,
tell him?
I explained to
I
him.
was like,
I
I
gave
can't
him
be
the
behind the
professional
infamous
version of the
table.
story. I told him
Okay.
that everybody that we have interviewed has never been to Kevin's house. And Kevin's house is a luxury only for Kevin and I.
Okay, well, the next
Not
time I
even-
come on the show, if I do something really awesome and become really successful, can I have my next interview at your
You
house?
know when you can come to his house and do an interview?
What?
If you have me in your next flash mob video.
Okay.
Or if you have the both of us in your like we
Can you
we don't even
dance?
need to
I
dance.
can't
No, we
dance.
can't.
But you'll do it,
No,
right?
listen, we
I
don't
would
dance.
love
You
to
just
see
have
him
us
up
like
there
opening up the
Yeah.
video for you.
Okay.
I definitely can't dance, but I mean, I could try to do something. I dance on Dance Central.
He danced
Have
like
you
a
had that
white
video
man.
game, or have you heard of it?
Yeah.
It teaches you how to dance, and I dance to it, and I do a darn good job. I'm not gonna curse because I'm in somebody else. But I do a darn good job. You know, I do real good. I get 4 stars, 5 stars, I even got golden stars. So it's not hard for me to learn a dance step. It's hard to remember because if I see it on the screen, what comes up, I can remember. But regular dance is not for me.
Wait, what made you start doing YouTube?
I just decided after I got off the show that I should start putting up a couple of videos of me singing, and then me and my friends, I was driving for like 45 minutes and I saw McDonald's, and I love McDonald's. Like I eat McDonald's every day. I know it's so bad, but I like.
Double
But
cheeseburger
you don't
without
look like you
ketchup.
I eat those hotcakes and sausage. This is the
not
day
bad.
starts off bad because I'm the first person in line at McDonald's, and dare them to not give me my pancakes after 10:30 when I get
I know,
there.
right? 10:30.
Just be showing up at 10:32
Trying to rush
mad
me,
like
yeah.
I don't already know. But anyway, me and my friends sang a song at McDonald's, which was on World Star Hip Hop, and I didn't even know anything about YouTube. I didn't know what subscribers were. I didn't know anything. And the next day, my video was on the front page of YouTube, and it was on there for 2 days. So that video has like 4 million hits now. And so then I started realizing that you can make money off of YouTube, and that you know the subscribers and Twitter and all that stuff. So now, like a year later, I've been trying to keep making videos, and I keep ordering food at restaurants and flash mobbing people and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it.
Have any of the fast food places, because I've seen almost all of your flash mob videos at like McDonald's and other places. Do any of the people there know that you're going to do it? Like, or do you ever have to go in there and do it and then stop because somebody did something like goofy? Not somebody on your team, but like a customer ran in the camera and did something goofy. Did you have to stop and just say you have to do it again?
Well, whenever we do it, everybody's already under the understanding, because the thing is that you can practice as much as you want, but when somebody's reaction comes in,
Yeah, that's
they're
when it's a
like,
whole different
yeah,
story.
then my people always mess up. It's usually not the other person.
Oh.
It's my people, or I want them to get the order right, and they'll just be so shocked because it's just another day for them, and they think we're just
Yeah.
going to order something, and then we start singing, and 10 more people start singing with us, and they're just so caught off guard that they don't know, what to do. So it takes a really like a special person to look past that and try to actually remember what you want.
Yeah.
And so I try to get those people to do it. But no, we never ever ask for permission because we'll get kicked out. And in fact, when we did the Target video, I rented out a dance studio because it was the first time I had like 70 people on a flash mob, and the police found out about it because I put it on Craigslist, because anybody can be in my videos. And so we only rehearsed that video for 3 hours, so I know people sometimes are like, that wasn't good. We didn't think it was going to be that big, which I'm glad we didn't rehearse it longer, because I like the fact that it was really raw. Like you can tell, well, I thought you could tell that it was raw, but people thought that Beyonce paid us.
I couldn't tell.
Because the thing is, if you look at it, everybody only has to dance for a couple of 8 counts. You know what I mean? It's not, no one's dancing for the whole time except for me. So everybody just had to learn a little part, and then they rehearsed it for 3 hours, and then we went there and did it. But the police showed up to our dance studio and told me that they were gonna impound our cars and ticket us, and they I don't know, we were just so nervous we were gonna get kicked out.
So this flash mob video that you did at Target, as good as it was, it even got Beyonce's attention. But a lot of people didn't know the backstory to it. Like all this stuff happened.
Like I rolled a boombox in. You know how they have the baskets outside? I put the basket in the boombox. I mean the boombox in the basket and rolled in there and unplugged their ATM machine and plugged up.
Wow. Now see, I thought they was playing the music on the loudspeakers.
No. I think that's crazy that people think that. I just hired some people that had good cameras and we all wore red and white because we wanted to support Beyonce and her album was getting released exclusively there. So we said, oh, let's wear red and white. And I told my best friend, Ashley, who dances for Beyonce, she's a dance captain. I was like, can you show this to her? And she was like, yeah, I'll show it to her. And before she even got a chance to see Beyonce again, she had already seen it and made a video. And so I literally could not believe that she made that video. I was...
That is crazy.
Every time things get bad, I turn that
but
video
y'all did
off.
a good job.
You did a great job.
Video. Like I couldn't believe it, and they was all on point to me. I wouldn't think it only took 3 hours to do that.
Yeah, and sometimes people were messing up, but you gotta remember that we rehearsed, and then it took us an hour to get there, so we didn't rehearse it again in between hour, and they just learned it. And then plus all the people taking pictures and stuff, we were just caught off guard. It's an adrenaline rush, and your heart is racing and stuff. And I was messing up, and everybody's messing up. So every time we mess up, we cut to the audience, so the people filming us, so you can't tell we messed up. And I decided to change 4 times in the video. And
did any managers ever come out and say you can't do this?
No, because they were just so shocked. They just couldn't believe it. I mean, they didn't have enough time really to do it. But we thought they were gonna unplug the music, or that the cops were gonna come, because I don't know. It was just crazy. So I was just glad that we pulled it off, and that
I'm sure Target is happy.
I'm sure they. Yeah. You never know. But you know what's so funny about that? Because as good as that video was, and as big as it blew up, I'm surprised you didn't get a phone call from Target asking you to do some type of promotion.
Well, they did tweet it and they put it on their website.
Oh, they did do that.
They put it on their Facebook. People were coming up to me. All these like white ladies were coming up to me and like, I follow Target on Facebook, and your flash dance, that's what they call it. Your flash dance was just amazing. Oh, that's what they say. So yeah, no, but I've done so many endorsements for so many companies, and they don't call, but they'll pay me sometimes. Like Domino's paid me to play my video at a Domino's convention and stuff. So things like that'll happen. But honestly, I just do it because it's something that me and my friends have been doing for a long time, way before YouTube ever came about. And so now it's just, this is a cool avenue for people to get to see like what kind of person I am and what I do with my friends. So I'm not worried about it. When it's meant to be, it'll happen.
Yeah.
So how did you get into dance?
I got into dance because when I was in elementary school, this lady pulled me out of my classroom, and her daughter was a dance teacher, and they needed little kids to be in the Nutcracker, especially boys. And so they were like, we'll bring this little black kid up there, and they gave me the role of Fritz, which I don't know if you've ever seen the Nutcracker, but it's the lead girl's little brother, and I was the only black person in the show. So I found out later it caused a huge uproar because I'm from a very southern, like a conservative place where they were not okay with the interracial casting or whatever.
Wow.
But I'm glad that they shielded me in a bubble where I didn't know about those things, and from there I just kept doing it. It was something that I really liked to do, and then I started working at Six Flags, and I started doing shows at Disney World, and then doing cruise ships, and then I always wanted to be on Broadway. I found out what that was at a really young age, and I was like, that would be such a cool experience. And then working with Fantasia was amazing, and I worked with Shaka Khan and BB Winans, and I just learned so much from all those people that it just made me like become more and more hungry to like keep doing stuff.
I was skimming through your Facebook pictures, and you've met almost everybody. You've met Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce. You've worked with Fantasia, Shaka Khan. I was like, wait, I thought I met everybody.
No, well, you met Lady Gaga, so that
well, that's true. But how did you meet Oprah? Because
she produced The Color Purple.
Oh, that's
and the cool thing was that she came for Shaka Khan's opening night. You better get it in there. She came for Shaka Khan's opening night, and I was the new person to the show, so I hadn't met her. All the other people had met her when the show opened and stuff. And so BB Winans was so nice, and he took me by the hand past the press people and into a room, and it was just me, Oprah, Gail, and BB and Oprah's security person. And I was like, Todrick, I had bought all these books when I first got there, and I was like, if I ever meet Oprah, I want her to sign all these books for me. And I was nervous to even ask her to do it, and she was literally the nicest person. I started realizing that the more successful people are, the nicer they are. She sat down and she signed every single thing to me, to my mom. She wrote to Brenda, my mom's name, and then wrote a long thing about how she should be so proud of her son. Then she wrote something to me, to my little brother, like a whole thing to everybody. And she was like, you know, sit down, you know, like, and she was sitting there talking to me, and I don't know, she was asking me a whole bunch of questions, and I would have been like, oh, I'm getting an interview. It was crazy because it's like, you know, she'll like look at her nail or something. You know, when you see somebody that's that famous, you're like, oh, she just looked at her nail. You know what I mean? Like, this is like something that we all do, but it was just crazy to like meet someone like that, and for her to be so nice and so humble and take the time out to talk to little Todrick from Texas. Like, she didn't know who I was from Adam, and she could have easily been like, yeah, I'll take the picture and then leave. And she let me sit there and she talked to me for like 30 minutes. And 30 minutes with Oprah by yourself is a hard thing to get. So thank you to BB Winans, if you ever watch this, for introducing me to her.
That's beyond hard to get. It's not even a word just to get with Oprah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the $1 million question that I want to know, and I think everybody wants to know.
Okay.
Why aren't you on Glee? This is Glee. When you watch his YouTube channels, for anybody who's never seen his YouTube stuff and his flash mobs and his stuff at McDonald's, this is Glee. This is like, first of all, you sing, and you sing really, really, really good. You dance. You are nice looking. You have that whole acting experience. I'm trying to figure out, why is it that you're not on Glee yet? Because that's the only way I'm going to watch.
Well, I made a video. You saw the video that I made.
Yeah, I did.
I want to be on Glee.
I did.
Have you seen it? It's
okay. I think I've seen it.
It's okay.
Don't judge me.
I've seen it. No,
but I've seen your campaign, you know, for Glee.
Like, yeah, but he made a video.
I made a video, like a video audition, because they said they were having this big MySpace thing, and everybody made these little videos where they were just like playing the guitar or whatever. And of course, I was like, okay, well, I got to do something that's gonna stand out from those people, because I always feel like I have to have a gimmick. Like with my American Idol audition, I did, you know, I wrote a song to the judges so it would stand out. And so for this audition, I wrote a whole song and did a whole video. It's called I Want to Be on Glee. You can see it on YouTube. And I had 3 auditions for Glee, and they just basically have told me, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but whatever.
Well,
they just said that it's Fox, Glee is Fox, and American Idol is Fox, and they don't want to intermingle the two. They don't want to bring somebody that's an American Idol known person to another Fox show. Like, I didn't even make it that far on American Idol.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's ridiculous. Like, you didn't even make it that far.
And the thing is that American Idol would always say that I was too Broadway or whatever. And in fact, the week that I got kicked off, they were like, it was like Glee and stuff. And so I was too Broadway to be on American Idol, but too American Idol to be on Glee. So I guess I should just, I don't know.
So what's next?
I'm thinking about stripping.
Oh, no.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to do YouTube and just be like, y'all are so, and whenever I hang out with you, everybody stops you on the street.
No, they stopped you.
No. When we were at McDonald's, the guy stopped you first, and then he was like, oh,
yeah, but
you did a video.
Yeah, but
and at the Beyoncé concert, just accept it. Everybody was stopping you. You weren't there. I don't know where you were, but
that's a long story.
Okay,
but no, that's not true.
No, but it's awesome. It's an awesome thing that we have like YouTube in a way for people to know who we are, to put yourself out there, and we're people that, you know, can become famous by sitting in the kitchen and just.
But it's funny
because
it's not even people wanting to be famous. It's just people getting in front of their cameras and just talking. Like for instance, like you said, when you started your YouTube videos, it wasn't because you wanted to be famous. You just wanted to show people what it was that you and your friends were already doing. It wasn't you know, it was like a quick scheme. And for us, it wasn't. I was only supposed to be on 1 episode of the show. And then 4 years later, and 700 videos later, I'm still
a lot of hard work.
Like almost 700 videos.
Yeah. Wow. We clocked in a lot.
We clocked in a lot. I'm sure. Yeah, like Kevin said, I'm sure we should be somewhere in the Guinness Book of Records. There's most time and hours on YouTube.
I know we gotta have it. If anybody can make that happen, then anyone that works for like Guinness, like, cause I would love to have a record in that book.
Yeah, we need to make it happen.
We do need to make it happen.
I want to be the biggest flash mob because I'm kind of getting to the point where someone the other day was like, "You're the flash mob king," and I was like, "Oh no, I'm not. I gotta stop doing that."
But see, your videos are really popular when it comes to flash mob. Like, I know you're supposed to be, you're trying to make one for Lady Gaga soon.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a flash mob. It's a whole other concept, but it's gonna be really cool. And I would love, not saying y'all have to be in that one, but. Well, at some point, I want y'all to be in one of my videos, in one of like the real videos that
as long as I don't have to dance, I'll be in that video.
Okay.
Because I can't dance.
I need a shake on that, just so we know it's really gonna happen.
and I gotta have a fabulous costume because that's Lady Gaga.
You are not Liberace.
Yes, no, I have to have one. I have to. And before we go on with the video, how can everyone get in contact with you?
If they want to be a part of any of your videos. Because you said you accept
everybody can be in one of my videos. And if you haven't seen them, check them out. My name is Todrick Hall. I think I'm the only Todrick on YouTube as of right now.
I think so, because every time you type in, your videos pop
up. So type in Todrick, Todrick. And my Twitter is @ToddyRockstar. You can follow me there. I always tweet when I'm going to be somewhere, what I'm going to be doing. And I love to meet people, and it's awesome for me to have you guys be a part of the video. And it's cool to finally have people there that now are like, oh wow, he really didn't set it up, because it's never set up, but people think that it is. So if I'm in your town and you want to be in a video, you gotta come on and do it, because it's an experience that you gotta have. And
he's on Twitter at Toddy Rockstar.
All the links will be in the more info box.
Now before we get into our regular video, you know what I'm about to ask you?
What?
I don't even know what you're about to ask.
Can you like give us a little snippet of like a little ooh. You know what I mean. So in case
what do you want me to
just
say?
Sing something real quick.
What do you want me to sing?
Sing the song that I told you was my favorite song.
Oh, no way.
What?
Well, who is it?
He liked the Taylor Swift song.
What? You Belong With Me?
Yeah, You Belong With Me.
But that's the first video I saw of his that I was like, oh my God, like this guy is really good. And after that, like 2 years later, I was still, and then I was like, you know what? I kept going back to that video, and so one day I got on Facebook and I was like, does this guy have a Facebook? And then everybody hit me up and was like, yeah, I found your Facebook. You were maxed out, so I couldn't be your friend on Facebook. And then somebody was like, oh, but he has a Twitter. And then I found you on Twitter. So you have to do that for me, because I've been searching for you for 2 years.
I'll do it for you in private. I'll do it after the show.
If I sing it, he got to sing.
Fine. No, don't sing. Fine. Let's go into the actual show.
So we got two big stars that released their tour dates this week.
Oh, I was about to say thank you. Thanks for saying that about us. But
oh, well, you know, I stands alone. But let me stop. We got Madonna and Lady Gaga. They both released their tour dates. Madonna released her whole world tour, but I'm pretty sure she's going to add more dates. And I really would love to see Madonna, but Madonna just costs too much. I mean, she came to Philly for my birthday about 4 years ago, and just a lower level seat was $350.
I was looking for my list there.
I'm sorry.
Would y'all pay that much to see Madonna?
No.
Because y'all know I paid $1,100.
$350.
You paid $1,100 to see Janet?
Yep, I was front row. And when I say I was front row, this is the stage and this is me for $1,100. So, for real. But Madonna, I mean, I love her, but I would have to get all the way at the top, and they'll probably be like $150.
I think if you have, this is my thing on concerts. If you have to sit all the way at the top, then you need not go.
It's the same thing.
You can just watch it on YouTube.
But you can just watch the concert when it comes out on DVD or
it's not
special.
It's nothing like being there.
There is nothing like being there live, but at the same time, when you're all the way up the top, majority of the time you're watching the big screen anyway, because you can't really see their face, so you have to watch the screen.
I can see, you know.
So you're gonna pay $150?
You're gonna pay $150 just to sit and watch?
That is Madonna. That's the thing.
I don't care.
That's Madonna. I would do it. And so tickets are going on sale like next week, and Lady Gaga released her tour dates for the Born This Way ball, and she's starting out overseas, like in Asia. I think it was South Korea. She's going to start out there, and then she's going to Australia. So I read on Billboard that she's not coming to America until 2013. So y'all got enough time to save up your money.
I guess I gotta save my coins.
Oh, we ain't got to save our coins because they are there.
I want to go. How do I become part of the group?
Well, guess
Can you
what?
take me?
Well, you know what? I'll take you.
That's
I'll
so
take you.
easy.
I know, right?
You could have at least just said on camera that you could take me and then told me later.
I'll take you. If your video blows up on YouTube, I'm sure she'll want to meet you. So
Okay, cool. Let's just make that happen.
Yeah. Gaga is such a
Thanks
sweetheart.
a lot.
She is
Y'all don't know, but I'm really hyped because she released her stage, and it's kind of like medieval. I'm guess she's gonna call it Electric Chapel, and then she has this big pit where it goes all the way around, but she can like walk around. Everybody will get a chance to see Gaga.
Kind of like Usher, the way Usher's stage was when he danced with Beyonce on Bad Girl, how it was like the U shape and and there was people in the middle of it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it's gonna be good, y'all, and save your money. Gaga said it's not gonna be that expensive, and that the Monster Pit is gonna be general admission for those that are there early and are dressed for the ball.
Oh wow!
So, but you gotta unlock it to get in there. I don't know how the hell y'all gonna do it, but the pit is free. So make sure y'all check out LadyGaga.com and mdna.tour.com or whatever it is to go see that. And it's been a lot of stuff going on this week that pertains to the LGBT community. And we are first going to start with the boy Brandon White, who was attacked in Atlanta in an area called Pittsburgh Jack City. And he was attacked because he is gay. And the video went viral on World Star Hip Hop. And, you know, people were tweeting me and people were tweeting everyone, if you know who he is, please get him to come forward. The FBI got involved. And today, Brandon, he finally came out and spoke about what happened. And he was saying, you know, he's just a regular person. He does him, and that he's not the type of person that, you know, goes out and pick with people. He stays to himself, not unless he gets to know a person. That's when he talks to them. And he said he's very brave for coming out because he wasn't going to go to the police or say anything, but he said once he found out that the video went online, he decided that he still was going to come out, and he was saying he was taking a chance because he doesn't know what might happen to him.
I was just about to ask that because when they attacked him, it didn't even look like he even knew that he was being recorded because it happened so fast. Like, I felt when I watched it, the only thing I could do was say, oh my God, and I was like literally holding my breath the whole time I was watching it. I was just like, I cannot. They took a tire and like threw it on him and everything. It was really, really sad.
Wow.
It's a really, really sad video. And the guy who was walking behind him, you can kind of tell that he wanted to stop it, but he probably was like...
Yeah, but I think the guy that was with him should have helped him.
But I don't think that guy was with him. I think the guy was just somebody who was walking out of the store behind him. That's what I think it was. I don't think he was with him.
No,
because Brandon, if you notice, he's on the phone walking like in front of him, like... And you could tell the guy who's walking behind him, when they jumped on him, he was just like, and I think you can hear him telling them to stop, but it's really sad. Like, it's a shame because these guys who did this, they don't realize that now that by them posting this on the internet, this is like, they're gonna get caught really
This is
fast.
the people we talking about. You're dumb. You're doing
we just made a video about that.
Like, stop doing stupid stuff. You're asking to get caught because you're posting this online. They can read your IP address just like that. You know they're gonna go to World Star Hip Hop and ask them, where did they find this video?
Oh wait, the people that beat him up are the ones that posted the video?
Yeah. Like, hello, like, knock, knock, who's there? Dummies, dummy who? You are a dummy. Like, what the heck? Like, come on. Like, you're asking for the police. Yeah, come on. Come knock on my door. Come arrest me. Yeah.
I do think that hate crimes like this, like, these people need to be locked up for at least 5 years. Like, it should be mandatory. Because I mean, I don't believe in people being locked up forever. Like, even with murders.
But I feel like there would be a lot less crime if people thought that the consequence was going to be so severe. But now people know that the chances of you getting the death penalty, the chances of you being in there forever, is not that high. So that's why people are willing to risk it. So
but I can't even be in jail for 5 minutes.
But see, I agree with you, because if you go to certain neighborhoods and you talk to certain people, a lot of people that are like my age or even younger than me will sit there and tell you, oh no, but this is how much time you get if you do this. And I'm looking at them like, how do you know
How do you know
that?
that?
Like, how do you know
And
that?
the weird
Like,
thing is that in other countries they don't have as much crime as we do because the people already know that the consequence is so
gonna
severe
be
that
severe.
people are, you know, like
we need
already.
something like that.
We do because things are too, you know, people. I don't know.
So
It's
today,
crazy.
so today on Facebook and Twitter, I posted stuff like, I can't stand straight people, and I don't know why they like the opposite sex. I did that because I wanted to see what the response would be. And then once I got that response I wanted, I just said, now see, y'all saying I sound stupid? That sounds just as stupid when you say, why do gay people sleep with the same sex? Because that's what makes them happy. That's who they want to be with. And it's stupid to even ask that because they want to live their own lives. Let them live their lives.
And then, if it doesn't affect you, then why?
Don't let it bother you.
Yeah.
And then I went on to say, you know, gays should just start jumping straight people just to do it because we don't agree with y'all.
and that's even more stupid.
Yeah. So, you know, I did that just to get your response. So now, y'all can see, it sounds that stupid when gays attack straights. It's just stupid when straight attack gays. And it should not go down that way. And I do think that these penalties need to be enforced. We don't really hear about hate crimes in Philly. But I know they exist, and I think that people should be punished for them.
Now, let me say this, because today Roland Martin was suspended from CNN for his comments that he made on Twitter during the Super Bowl, where he said that whole, you know, if your male friend wants to wear
If your friend gets excited about that David Beckham ad, he needs to
be slapped. Yeah, something like that. And so, you know, GLAAD took offense to that, and they wanted, you know, CNN to fire him, but they suspended him. Now, this is my thing. Why isn't GLAAD out there more concerned about this video of this boy getting attacked?
The same thing
This is something that GLAAD should really be. GLAAD should really be trying to force the FBI and the police to make sure that these guys who did this to this guy are arrested, rather than worrying about what Roland Martin said on Twitter. That it's funny because I noticed on Twitter today that half of the gays are split. Some gays thinks that Roland Martin was wrong for what he said and that he should have been suspended. And some gays says, well, it wasn't really, you know, it didn't really pertain to gays because he says what a lot of people, I mean, he says what some gay people say. Yeah,
I said, like, why
say
is this ad even on the Super Bowl? I said a lot of men in bars are going to be upset when they see this ad because it's too sexualized. Like, they could have had, you know, like Michael Jordan, he does Hanes. And you don't see him all in his underwear and everything. He has a cute little commercial, and he, you know, say, "Wait till we get our hands on you."
But you know, what's so funny? But you know, some people use that. I was reading the comments, and some people use that, and some people said, "Well, how come it's okay for women to be sexualized in the Victoria's Secret ads, commercials, but men can't be sexualized?" And I said, "Okay, I see where you guys are coming from, but to me, I think that as a male, I just don't really know too many heterosexual men who's going to get excited seeing David Beckham in his underwear.
No, it's
you
not
see what I'm
even
saying?
even Victoria's
And it's not that I think that it's something. I just think that particular commercial should have been done a different way. Maybe the way that you said. Because sometimes you can't always feed, you know, men and women are very different from each other. And what is good for women may not be good for men, or you know, or vice versa. And I think that whole sexualizing David Beckham with the tight underwear and majority of the commercial was shot from behind, so you see his butt, and I'm thinking like, I don't think this is. If I'm sitting in a barbershop, I don't think a bunch of guys in there are going to be like, okay, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they're going to be excited to see that. And I think that, okay, you know, maybe women do get sexualized a lot in their Victoria's Secret, you know, commercials. And I'm not saying that it's okay, because a lot of people take offense to that. But I think just because women are sexualized like that, it doesn't mean men should be sexualized. And no one should really be sexualized. But I think that what Roland Martin was saying, I don't think I didn't get offended by it. I just thought that, yeah, why would a heterosexual man get excited by seeing that? You know, really, why would they? That's just like, why would a heterosexual woman get excited by seeing two women kiss? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I didn't think that what he was saying was overly offensive to the gay community. I think that he was just saying, why would they get excited about that? Like, why would I get excited about seeing somebody with no teeth in their mouth? Especially if I'm sitting there eating, for a Crest commercial.
Yeah.
You know, why it doesn't really make sense. So I didn't understand why GLAAD jumped on Roland Martin the way they did, but yet you didn't hear GLAAD saying anything about this video about this guy getting jumped in Atlanta.
Not even that. They didn't even address the letter to TV1. Like, you just addressed it to CNN, but Roland Martin works for 2 networks.
Not just
and
one.
even though you never probably heard of TV1, and someone put in a tweet.
They probably didn't, but that just goes to show you too. It could also be a racially motivated thing, even though we don't like to take it there. But I mean, if you're gonna throw stones at CNN for still having him, then like you said, he works for 2 networks, not just one. So why not throw stones at TV1 as well?
Because they're not. They just want to, because they want to get him because he works on a popular network, and if you're putting yourself out there, you shouldn't say these things. And even though I think that, even though CNN probably don't see the bad in it, they probably went along with and suspended him because this is their company and they don't want to have a bad reputation. This is why I say, even though we have free speech, our speech is not that free because you can be penalized by what you say. So you have to be careful of the things you say and the things you do because you are representing a company. No matter who you work for, you're representing us. So be on your best behavior because we can let you go for any reason.
And all of this is over a tweet that he tweeted?
Over 2 tweets. Over 2 tweets.
I don't know. That's the thing about the media now. Everybody's so hypersensitive. You can't say anything without somebody being offended somewhere. Yeah. And I think that sometimes people need to pick their battles, and some things are not that big of a deal. You know.
I think I would be more happy if GLAAD was going on this whole tirade about what's his name again? I'm sorry,
Brandon White.
About Brandon White being attacked. If they were on Twitter and just saying, if anybody knows who did this, please come. But yet you haven't heard GLAAD mention the Brandon White story not once. But yet they're so focused on getting Roland Martin fired because he said, if you get excited over this, then you need to. I just don't understand. Like, where are your priorities?
That was obviously a joke.
It was obviously a joke.
He was obviously having a sense of humor.
You know, like, it was obviously a joke. But
like, we don't have, like, you know, even as black people, like, black and gay is 2 different things. Like, a black person can say something about a white person, but as soon as a white person make a joke about a black person, here comes the NAACP. As soon as you make a joke about gay people, here comes GLAAD. Like, you gotta know, like, when is the right time to say anything. Like, I didn't see him say, oh, well, everybody, like, in a mean way, you need to jump gay people if they doing this and dressing like this and acting like that. I just say, you know, GLAAD, just, like, I want y'all to have several seats. I really do.
Yeah.
I really want y'all to have several seats.
I think GLAAD should be set in the Hall of Fame for that. Because, you know, I think that GLAAD, they go after certain things. Yeah, they go after.
Follow them.
Yeah, like, it just, you know, because I think people who watch this video, you guys should tweet GLAAD and say, so now that you guys succeeded in getting Roland Martin suspended, when are you guys going to talk about the Brandon White story? And see what kind of response you get back from them.
They probably won't even respond.
No, they're not going to
respond. Who's Brandon White?
They made sure. Oh, you don't know who Brandon White is, but you sure know who Roland Martin is.
They made sure to put all the links to all the cities that reported Roland Martin suspended.
Yeah, like,
but I did not see that
ridiculous.
for Brandon White.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And in other news, LGBT news, Ellen DeGeneres spoke out against a group called 1 Million Moms. They were disagreeing with the fact that JCPenney hired Ellen to be their new spokeswoman because she is of the LGBT community, and they don't think it's right because JCPenney represents traditional families, and what Ellen does is not for traditional families. So they're encouraging. There are 40,000 people out of 1 million people to not shop at JCPenney.
Oh my God.
So Ellen, you know, she just went off. She talked about who she loves, what she does, and, you know, she has every right to. And, you know, a lot of people supported JCPenney in their opinion of not letting Ellen go.
No, they should not, because can you imagine how many customers they would lose if they didn't let her go?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
You better stick with Ellen.
And they probably don't have that many customers.
JCPenney would lose a lot of customers if they let her go, especially over this.
Child. You know, the gays get together and they tell who to boycott what. Like, somebody tell me, why am I shopping at Best Buy or Target, one of them stores, because they represent some groups, but to me, I don't get into that. I go for where a deal is at.
That because I I eat it at Chick-fil-A and stuff, and sometimes
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, that was one of the...
Oh, I heard about that too.
And sometimes it's like people get so mad at Target or something because they give money to a foundation, and that foundation, one aspect of what they stand for is not pro-gay. But I don't think that Target should not. It's not Target's responsibility to look into everything that every person that they give money to doesn't agree with. Yeah. And that's one of those other cases where people are just too hypersensitive. Just calm down. Go to Target and buy stuff if you want to, and if you don't want it, then zip it.
Yeah. Buy what you need to buy and go home.
Or go to Walmart.
Because I get it online. When I leave out of Walmart or Target, I don't care who they're donating money to, as long as these prices are going down.
And I'm glad that even Bill O'Reilly defended Ellen, because he is not someone that can be very liberal at times. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he sat there and, you know, he got on that lady that works for Fox News that was saying, well, you know, they wasn't trying to get rid of Ellen because she's a lesbian. Oh, like, are you serious? Like, I couldn't believe that she was sitting there saying that.
That's a bunch of bull.
Like, I wanted Bill to go off like he go off on everybody else, but he still was like, yeah, we respect your opinion, but you know,
so he had her on the show.
Yeah,
okay,
he had
so I have to
on the show.
This. I have to use.
He went off on her.
Not went something off, I sometimes wonder. Like, do you think that the world will ever be at a place where these things are not an issue?
No.
Because sometimes I think that maybe one day, 1,000 years from now, I was talking to my friend the other day, like if we could all freeze ourselves and 100 people that we love and come back in 1,000 years, do you think that these same issues would still be there?
We're always going to have issues. Not unless God does something soon. Like, we're always going to have this. We're always going to have our ways about race. We're going to have our ways about sexual orientation.
That's true.
Where we live, and it's always going to be around. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, 50 years ago, we were just now, you know, trying to sit in the front of a bus, go to schools together, and we still have that hate. Like, you might not get it in your face, but go on YouTube, go on Twitter. Oh, yeah. They will curse you out. Yeah. Like, that's the only way they can hate now, through the computer screen. But it's there, and it's not something that is just there. It is something that is taught. Mm-hmm. Like, with me, like, I grew up, like, my mom said, you know, them white people, they don't care about you. To you, you're just another number. So you better get out there and do what you got to do, because they don't care about you. They don't care about this. They don't care about that. So when I go out into the world, I'm going out, you know, like, this is what I was taught. This is how white people are. And then some people, like, they don't even represent what my mom said. Some are very nice.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You know, you just got to get out there.
Yeah, you have to get out there on your own, and you have to be able to use your own common sense. Because I think we all grew up being taught certain things. Like, a lot of people grew up and they're taught, I better not see you hanging with so-and-so because they're gay. Or I better not, you know, and then you grow up and then you have gay friends and you're like, well, I wonder why my mom and dad said I couldn't hang with them. Just like me. Or,
but some people never get to that point.
Yeah,
some
because they
are too close-minded. That's the problem, and I don't know if there's a way to change that, but I also think, I don't know if this is offensive or not, but sometimes I go to things, like I will go to events like a Tyler Perry movie or something, and people will get up and fight, and my mom, we went to go see something, and she was like, I just think it's offensive that they should assume that there's going to be fighting here, and that they would have to get extra security for a black event, but then when it happens we need people it needs to be on both sides, like if black people, if we as a people don't want to be looked at as people that we gotta go places and prove to everyone that we as a race can be civilized and do the things that people, you know what I mean, expect for us to do, because it's a stereotype, but a lot of people do live up to that stereotype, which then makes it difficult for everybody in our race to move forward and to be doctors and lawyers and CEOs of companies and stuff, because we, you know.
Well, I know for sure we won't be alive to see that change, because when I look at these young people now,
oh God,
it's just a whole different ballgame. They don't have values.
You know what's so funny? Because today I was at work and I was showing my coworker, she's an older woman, she's 59, and so I was showing her the pictures from my church, and she was saying how good it was that I go to church, and then she was saying, you know, it's a shame because these young people today, I remember when we were young, you know, you didn't have a choice. Your parents or your grandparents made you go to church. Yes. And when you were in church, they made you participate in what was going on in church. She said these kids today, some of them need to go to church and be locked there all day. And it's true, because they have no type of sense of direction at all, because a lot of their parents are probably what 15, 20 years
14,
older, maybe 14 years older than them. So they still have that young mentality. It's like you have to have some type of values in your life, or you have to have some type of common sense, because a lot of these kids today, for you to get together and want to flash mob something and want to attack somebody because they're gay or because they're white or because they're black or because they have this on, like what sense
just
does
for the
that
hell
make?
of doing it, like
because people are insecure. That's what it usually starts with. People have some kind of deep-rooted issue, or somebody's hurt them or hurt their family enough that their family has so strongly instilled those morals and or lack of morals or those ideas into their head that they feel like they have to feel that way and they have to express their hatred towards other people, you know?
Parents they're just not involved neither. Like, they're not involved on what's going on. They don't have their children at the school programs.
And they don't understand how important those things are.
I love my after-school program. Like, when I was in school, like, we were taught stuff like grades ahead of us. And Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we got out of school an hour late. We would actually have summer school just to be in school, not because you're dumb or anything. And on Fridays, they would take us to Washington, take us to the zoo, to museums. Like, children need stuff like that, and this is stuff that I've never forgotten. Or teachers talking. Like, I had a teacher that he would always talk to us and say, you know, everything we do in life is a choice. You don't have to do anything. You choose to do everything in life that you do and say. So you are responsible for what you do. And he also talked about never make a decision about someone based on someone else's opinion until you get to know them. Stuff like that I still remember, and I don't do that. So people might have their opinion about somebody, but I don't, like, we might have our opinion, but I don't want us to, like, have you think that. Make your own opinion. That's why we say leave your comments. Say how you feel about a certain situation.
Well, that's just like how when you and I do a show together and we'll be going back and forth with each other because we don't agree with each other. But that's because we both have our own opinions, and I'll be damned, just because you yell louder than me, that's not going to make me change my mind. You see what I'm saying? And just because I may say some little snarky stuff does not mean that you're going to change your mind. We both got our own opinions, and that's how people should go through life. But they should also have common sense too, and they should know that going out and stealing stuff and beating up people because they're different from you does not. It just, you know, it's a shame, because
but sometimes,
don't tell them,
you know,
what's going to happen 20 years.
I don't want to say it's my calling, but sometimes I feel that it does start with us. Like, we can sit here and keep complaining, but we have to really start going out and do something about it. If you could take your time to help somebody in your neighborhood, or if you can go to a school and volunteer your time, or to just talk. Like at assemblies, I would be open to doing assemblies, because I know what it is to grow up in the projects and, you know, come from a single parent home. And, you know, I do me. I think I do a damn good job at doing me and, you know, living my life. Like, I don't wait for nobody to do anything for me. I just do stuff. I don't want to start preaching and all of that. But I just had to say this on Twitter. Like, we've been doing our show for 4 years, and we've been very good at what we do. And, you know, some people get impatient, like, well, you know, why you don't have a TV show? I'm not pressed on why we don't have a TV show.
Yeah,
it's not our time.
Yeah, it's not our time.
Then when some people do get the opportunity to have their time, it pass them by because they're not ready, because they spent all that time complaining about stuff that they weren't preparing themselves. And that's what you need to do. Start preparing yourself for stuff. Like, I'm not ready. Even though I might say, yeah, I'm ready to do this. Please, I ain't ready.
He's right. He's not.
I'm not. I know I'm not ready. So, you know, like I said, like, you know, God blesses those that He sees working hard.
All
if you sitting there,
those who wait.
if you sitting there just sitting there waiting on a miracle and not trying to make stuff happen for yourself, it ain't happening.
Nope.
You gotta get your behind up. Y'all know what I want to say.
If you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, y'all remember that?
No, finish.
You better wake up and pay attention.
There you go.
Right.
I think I done preached the word.
Yes, you have.
Y'all can send donations.
Alright, here's somebody else's house.
To PayPal.
I'm sorry, I'm all being all loud.
Y'all can send
Sorry.
donations to PayPal at the Scorpion Show to send your offerings. Sure can
I
use
got
them.
tears in my eyes.
No, I'm so glad that I was here for this episode because this is something I feel really strongly about, and sometimes I try to say this to people and I don't know the right words to say because people think that I'm coming down on our own race, and I love our race. I think it's a beautiful thing. Someone told me the other day, the gospel voice is the most imitated voice ever in the world. Everybody, it looks at our culture as being people that can really dance and are just naturally gifted. We don't have to be taught things. We naturally can do stuff. Our sense of humor and stuff is just so funny, and I think that we should, as a race, get together and focus on showing those things and doing those things in a positive light and not feeling like we have to talk bad about each other. I was telling them the other day, every time one of my videos goes on World Star Hip Hop, people have such negative stuff to say, and I think we should uplift each other. Stop talking bad about Beyonce just because you're jealous of her. You know what I mean?
But I ain't jealous of her, but no.
Well, we had this conversation in the car where, you know, for the past few days, there's been these pictures of Beyonce popping up on the blogs, and a lot of people on the blogs are saying, "Oh, well, you know, why is she out of the house a month later? Shouldn't she be home? Or this, that, and the third? Or why is she couldn't have lost all that weight that fast because that means she wasn't really pregnant." And I said to myself, but everybody praised Heidi Klum when she lost the baby weight in 3 weeks. Everybody said, "Oh, it's amazing how you did that." But Beyonce a month later, and people were saying, "Well, it's like." You know, but you know, more people who bash her are black people than it is white people.
Yes, and that makes me so mad because she's such a hard-working person. Like, she doesn't do anything to make anybody mad. She tries to keep her name clean. Every time she performs, she gives 100%, which is more than I can say for some other artists that are out there. She tries to perform live. She gives, you know what I mean? Even if she falls down the stairs, she pops back up and she starts singing, and she does everything she could do to, like, you know, to represent us well, and we don't got that many. There's not that many of us out there doing it. So we need to support the few of us that are out there that are doing their thing and representing us in a positive light, not going out doing drugs and shaving their hair off and doing all this crazy stuff. Like I don't know. I don't understand why people even can say anything bad about her, but. You know.
Oh, I knew.
You're not one of those people, right?
I knew there was.
You don't know me very well. I'ma say it. Yeah, I'm a joy taker sometimes. Yeah, I say it. Right. She ain't all that. She not. So anyway.
Yeah, she is.
y'all not got to do my thing. But I get paid to do that. Anyway. Because if we kept saying praising her, y'all would hate us. But yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. Thumbs up this video. Please thumbs up this video. Y'all know how I get. Please thumbs up. Please share it. This was a really good video in a long time. In a long time. We didn't even have to yell at each other.
See, it wasn't bad, was it?
See, I'm glad you came.
He was so nervous.
Thank you for having me.
You still nervous?
Huh? No, I'm not nervous. I feel comfortable now.
Alright, don't
We
get
need to
nervous.
have you on again.
I know.
When
I
you
would
really
love to
blow up, you need to really be on.
Yeah, well, I gotta have 2 reallys before the blow up before I can come back.
Well, no, when you really blow up.
Okay, good.
But if you have us in your next music video, you're gonna really.
Then I'm really.
Hey Beyonce, I know you be watching, right? So why not have him choreograph one of your next videos?
I mean, why not have him in the video?
Yeah, you're doing something for
be on our show.
So, yeah. Well, why not? You know,
that's what we need to make happen.
Yeah, she busy off at the 40/40 with Jay-Z and stuff. You know, but when the time is right, she'll be on our show.
I'm sure that past month.
Because I'm gonna tell Gaga you won't come on. How about that? She always praising you and stuff. So, you know, you gotta come on. But thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys have a good weekend.
And make sure you guys check his stuff out on YouTube.
Yes. Check his stuff out. If you're new watching our show, check all of our videos out. And we're gonna go. Peace.
Peace.
See, that was a good show.
Awesome.
You alright? You can come on.